for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the
well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A handoff as they run the counter play. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
5, the ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Offensively, a far from... Ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
He was brought down.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now they try the right side here. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Witherspoon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The drive starts with a completion left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Witherspoon throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
3-yard line.
From the gun, Witherspoon. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down. That's the end of the 1st quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Witherspoon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 7 yards, the pick up there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
The kicker
from 6 yards away, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch.
It's a big catch. Big man catch.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
DeJuan, you better run because, bro, you are not gonna pass the ball against me.
Jaguars come to the line to start
just
their
not.
next drive.
I mean,
to this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I can't hear you, man. I'm assuming you're talking, but I can't hear you. Nope. You better not throw it to the halfback. It's
different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Nope. I see it. I see it. Good one. Good one. I played underneath because I figured he would go underneath to the halfback. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You can give up some.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much.
Lucky, my boy.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The pass. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a third down.
Got him. Ooh, that's what the rookie. That's the rookie too. He's like 63. He like 63, dog.
I'm laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself
He's
out.
like a 63.
On 1st and 10, Witherspoon.
Catch.
And he will find his man on the outside.
That's like the best tight end.
Past the 35, he'll be
Telling you.
dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13.
I don't talk about a jump, but I owe Flea. Like, I owe Flea.
He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows
He has nobody in the middle. If that safety doesn't take Johnson, touchdown.
Off play action. Witherspoon.
Nope.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
9 for 9.
Pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels
Cover 4.
where they can hit you.
That's a cover 4. I'm going to a tight end again.
Makes it tough to defend.
If that safety's in, if that corner is in a soft zone, I'm gonna go to him.
To throw on 2nd down, Witherspoon. And he's got his man on the out route. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not?
Oh, good one, Flea. He got me in there. That's a good one. He blew up my darn left side of the line. I was gonna go RPO, but I hate running that play. I've never been good at RPOs.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And he'll be taken down by the pressure.
I can do anything the way my defense is. Nope, don't do that. Nope, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. Bruh, I told you it ain't gonna work. Like, you don't throw to him. Don't throw to his side. That's just not gonna work for me.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Oh, I don't know what that call was. It's all good, though. He won't try it again. He's supposed to punt. Flea's supposed to punt. He's supposed to, but you know how Flea do. He debating. He debating now. Let me go safe. I know how he get down.
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, oh.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there.
I told you, man.
And the Bengals add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might
He quitting. I'm telling y'all now. He gonna quit. I don't know who watching this thing, but Flea gonna quit.
Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Any speed limits out there, and off he went. I'm glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Like, if you ain't Josh, Deere, or Terrell, no, you ain't gonna. It's not no more. I could have blew that up.
The 28-yard line, just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out.
All right, we gotta finish though. Let's finish, guys. Still got a whole game to play.
No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here, following Flea. I don't mind.
Here's the option.
Don't do. All right, I'm playing with water. I mean, playing with fire.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
That's out to the left.
Come on, Flea.
And he went backwards.
Come on, Flea.
Down at the 30.
Here you go, y'all. Here you go.
A loss of 2.
It's a loss of 2 yards.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. As he'll start
Oh, he
with just
punting.
over a
Flea
minute to go
actually
before
not
halftime.
breaking
The
rules.
Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it.
What? Wow.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
Oh.
Ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Witherspoon. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's in cover 4. He's in cover 4.
From the gun, Witherspoon. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a 1st and 10.
He better guard the tight end. Y'all know I'm going to the tight end. Unless number 10 is open. Let me make him respect. I gotta make him respect that, because if he does that, catch. That's a catch. Damn. Missed it enough. It's all good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out.
I know. I could have ran out of bounds, Josh or Derek, if y'all watching, but
so we reach
you know, it's all good.
Fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Looking to throw. Witherspoon. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field.
Whoa!
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great
That was a touchdown. That was supposed to be a touchdown. That was supposed to be a touchdown.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff looking right. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they control the blocking.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their mobile quarterback. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards yards on the play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
10 yards there to Bengal first.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Witherspoon. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Witherspoon. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd and 2. Witherspoon. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Dancing to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 10 yards out, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard.
The one, I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Right back to him on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Gain on the play, and it's third down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. But in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And they give this time to the tailback. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the...
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Witherspoon. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Witherspoon. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get this.
That's a bad boy right there. I'm going to give it to him. It's a bad boy.
A great play there. His 4th advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw a football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Back to throw. Witherspoon. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 26 yards. 3-yard line. Play action. Witherspoon. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
4-yard line.
31 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. And he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's got daylight, the 30, the 20. And this is taken into the end zone, a fumble recovery, and a Cincinnati touchdown.
Yeah, he was down.
Even the great ones.
Yeah, he was down.
Not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts him.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Witherspoon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
At their own 14-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
As they run the counter play. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. This spot in the 4th quarter, that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Witherspoon forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Off the play fake, Witherspoon. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. From the gun, Witherspoon eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes. All the points that were being put on the scoreboard, your defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Look at that. That's tough. I had an awareness to do that, man. It's tough. What you say, boo? I can't hear you. End it. Alexa. Stop. What you gonna do? Wait, how you gonna do your hair? I'm pretty sure you're good and whatever. I don't know, boo. How'd you have it last time? Oh yeah, you did. You did. I mean, If you let it out, what happen? Yeah, like do a wash and go or something. That's what I would do. Let your natural hair go. You got a bunch of it.